Hey there, folks. Welcome back to CYPTV, and join me as we check out these sus TikTok videos. Let's get right to it.
When people say, how are things going? You say, wonderful. You say, how's life? You say, terrific. You say, how's your relationships? Couldn't be better. How is your health? How are you feeling? I feel great. In other words, don't talk about negative things, because when you talk about negative things, you actually increase them and you draw more of them into your life. Look at the people that you know who have problems.
I believe that.
You notice the people that you know have problems all the time, never seem to solve their problems? Are people who talk about their problems all the time? To him that has shall more be given.
Yep.
From him who hath not, even that which he has shall be taken away. This is another critical point with regard to relationships. And I learned this again in my studies. It is that each of us has a certain amount of suffering that we've gone through, and people fall in love with their suffering. People love their suffering. As a matter of fact, they feel that they've paid for it, they've thought about it, they've lived with it for so long that most people are very reluctant to give up their suffering. You can't talk them out of it. You say, well, why don't you just forget it? Why don't you just put it behind you? Why don't you just get on with it? They say, well, I can't do that. Do you know how much I've suffered? Do you know how much emotional investment I've put into this relationship, this job?
Even when someone dies physically, you are actually still given a choice to continue the physical life. Many of you have actually died, but have chosen to continue to live that physical life. Sometimes you don't know it, you don't remember it because it doesn't serve you to remember that moment of choice. Sometimes you create for yourself the idea of what you call a close call.
Right.
Ooh, I don't know how I got out of that alive. But I seemingly did. Well, the truth is you may not have. You may have actually died. But then the guides may have said, are you sure you really want to go on? Or did you want to continue the life in a parallel reality to make it seem as if you want to explore something in that life that's still going on, but you know it's a parallel reality? And you said yes. So then you will simply wake up and go, wow, that was a close one. Maybe not even remembering that you actually died and were given a choice to go on or come back.
Possibility.
So the point is you're always in control of what's going on. So if you are still here, if you can still open your eyes, you must have made a choice that says that continuing to experience this physical reality in the way you're experiencing it is actually part of the way you wanted to evolve. There's something that's going to happen that will add to you in a way that simply going into the non-physical won't give you. Otherwise, you would leave.
What are those?
怎么了？我这汤是吧？人都吐成这个样子，你自己尝尝。哎，帅哥，要不我们帮你重新换一个好吧？
I don't believe this.
我脚都到肚里面了。
What the hell?
I don't think I like this.
Why would you do that? There's no way.
Oh my fucking god. Who signed me up for this? Oh my fucking god. Oh, it's shaking. Oh Lord, it's not. Oh my fucking god.
The things people pay for, right? The hell was that?
Miren mi gente, no sé qué tipo de maldad hagan aquí, pero si ven cuántas veladoras hay. Damn. Algo no cuadra aquí mi gente. Alguien anda usando este lugar para hacer maldades.
I won't stick around too long.
Yo pienso que alguien está haciendo brujería aquí mi gente. Vámonos de aquí porque está peligroso. Está peligroso.
Now, you see an avalanche coming at you and you stick around to record, I would have been left. What? You still there? It's coming right at you. My goodness. People gotta be smart nowadays, B. This is why people ain't surviving. Good example right here. Look at that. You're about to get swallowed up. Now you wanna run.
When we start to look behind the veil, the hidden reality that we have, and we start seeing a deeper truth of ourselves and a deeper truth of what it means to be human on this planet, we come into contact with a body of information that has been kept secret for thousands and thousands of years. And the reason why is that with this information comes the potential for what is called apotheosis. Apotheosis means human becomes God. The people who are in power believe themselves to be gods. They have inherited an ancient tradition which encourages the practice of developing your own spiritual and intuitive faculty to a much, much greater level than most people ever do. You now have just found the zone in which science and religion come together, in which you no longer have to take on arbitrary promises about there being a hereafter. Rocks that make the pyramid are made of the same stuff that spirals in to make your DNA. It's just that the DNA is a much more intelligently spiraled version of that same energy, whereas the rock doesn't have as much structure. If you want to find your higher dimensions, you look in time. Einstein assumed time was one-dimensional. It's not. Time is three-dimensional. That means you can go forwards, backwards, and sideways in time. And that gives us a really wonderful benefit, because that means we can see stuff that hasn't happened yet. And the average person wouldn't know anything about it. And if any ETs were to channel that through one person, then that person basically has become a messianic figure. And they don't ever want to give somebody that much leverage. Because what they found in the 1950s was that if they did speak through certain human individuals here on Earth, that their egos would get inflated, because now they felt special, they felt different, they felt like they were the anointed teacher.
I do believe that what preceded all faiths in the world was some form of witchcraft.
Oh yeah, there's voodoo everywhere. You've got the black witch and you've got the white witch. The black witches are the ones that deal with the devil worship.
Why does that dude look like a character from Pirates of the Caribbean?
The world, let alone England. The Illuminati. The Illuminati, exactly. now you're hitting the nail on the head. And the white witches are quite normal people that just do a bit of fortune telling and they do herbal stuff and they just keep their own beliefs to themselves. But there are witches' covenants in England hidden away. Oh yeah, definitely.
Shots fired.
Yeah, this is crazy. I'm here, y'all. Excuse me, sir. I'm here. I am here. This is what we going through. Excuse me. Stay with me. This is what we going through. This is the house that she kept them kids at, y'all. And I gotta clean it. Oh, God.
Do y'all want to take the stove and refrigerator out or what?
That stove and that refrigerator need to come out.
No, I'm not saying that. Well, y'all can take it out or y'all want us to take it out?
Where we gonna put it at once we take it out, sir?
Lay it right there, yeah.
Lay it right there?
Yeah. You know those scrappers?
Yeah, but I need somebody to walk me downstairs. You want to? Have you been down there yet?
No, I ain't been down. Come on. Okay.
Ooh-wee.
Hold on.
Come on, y'all going.
Give me my mask. Where is the mask at?
She should get her ass kicked.
I know, that's a shame. Hey, where is my mask?
This is it, y'all.
In here. I don't know.
We got a big crew with us today. Excuse me. Let me slide down here. Look at it. They was all down here. What you say, Uncle, a little bit? Yeah, you don't touch nothing if you ain't got no gloves on. All right, let me go up here. Ooh.
Man, remember hear about like this black car, this black trailer thing? What? Wait a minute. What the? Are you okay, ma'am?
Oh shit. That lady about to mess you up. Oh wow.
Hello.
Cat is out.
What are you doing in my house? What are you doing in my
Your former Charmed co-star, Alyssa Milano, gets a lot of credit for helping Me Too go viral. So? Are you proud of her?
I don't like her.
Why?
Because I think she's a lie.
Why?
Do you think I don't know these people? I'm not looking at this from the outside. I have a lot of experience. I know she's married to a CIA agent. Do the math. Who's behind Time's Up? CIA. Where do they meet? CIA. Who needs good PR? CIA. Who are part of the pimp problem? CIA.
These are very powerful people you're talking about.
They are. So am I.
Skills. Take one scroll on Mark's Instagram and he is constantly posting from his isolated island ranch in the middle of the ocean, hunting, fishing, raising cattle, and learning how to defend himself. It's almost like he is preparing for a catastrophic event. He spent $187 million on 1,600 acres of land on the island of Kauai. This island is also not dependent on tourism, which means that it is currently self-sustaining and survivable. But even if it's not, he is building a 5,000 square foot underground bunker complete with its own energy and food supplies. He even shared a video to his Instagram of a massive movie theater built underground, so at least he won't be bored.
You do have a bunker there. Is there something you know that we don't?
No, I think that's just like a little shelter under, and it's like a basement.
Little shelter. What are you worried about?
A billionaire who can artificially control the information of 3 billion people is not your friend. Mark likely doesn't want to connect with others in the metaverse, but he does want you and your kids there. And the money that you make for him will be used to keep himself isolated on one of the most beautiful, resource-abundant wonders of the world. He will spend the rest of his days having deep conversations with friends, singing songs to his children around a campfire, cooking feasts for his pack using antibiotic-free cattle that they raised, and fresh produce with 0 chemicals and preservatives. He will hunt, fish, fight, and learn how to build things with his hands. He will breathe fresh air, drink fresh water, and enjoy all the precious God-given resources in
Water is sentient. Water is alive, and I can prove it to you. Think about when you're in the shower. Many people say when they're in the shower, they get creative. They get creative thoughts. They get ideas. They find solutions to problems. Just things pop in their head when they're in the shower. I was looking at TikTok, and some people were talking about water was alive. It was sentient, and that you can communicate with it, and it can communicate with you. Also, people say that it's like a bridge of ideas or information. I'll give you an example. At first, when I heard it, I didn't believe it. But then I was working with this woman. I'm a consultant. I was trying to get some business from a company, and I was working with a representative of the company. And we had to email back and forth over a few weeks. But then communication had fallen off. We hadn't talked in about 4 weeks. And so I was in the shower, and I said, well, let me give it a try. Let me communicate through the water. It's a crazy concept, crazy idea, but I did it because I didn't have anything to lose, right? And if it didn't work, I didn't have to tell anybody if it didn't work or that I even tried it. So I'm in the shower, and I said the woman's name. I said, I want so-and-so to email me today about this business opportunity. And so then I just forgot about it after that. 5 hours later, I get a buzz in my email. I look at it, and my mouth drops to the floor. I can't believe it. She emailed me about the business opportunity. After 4 weeks, I don't know.
I gotta try this.
So I think that either we can communicate through water, or water communicates through us. I don't know how it works. I see some people say they manifest while in the shower. Some people talk to the water before they drink it and tell the water what to do. It's wild. It's crazy. There's so many crazy things that about our world that we don't know or understand. But it's interesting. There's a scientist who talks to water and then he freezes it and then he looks at it under a microscope. You should look at that up and see what's the difference between when he speaks positively to the water and freezes it versus when he speaks negatively to the water and freezes it. He's 2 different results when he looks at it under a microscope. Very, very interesting. But let me know, have you all tried that before? Speaking of water, or do you get ideas and solutions when you're in the shower? Let me know.
Camera POV.
Is that his girl? Oh, why they open the door after the neighbors open the door? That's man sus. Should open your door first. How the hell did this happen?
Отец! Ты как попал туда?
He's just hanging there like that? What the heck? Some things just ain't worth it. This is one of them.
About the devil and how he created miracles. The devil has no supernatural powers because the devil is a creature. He's a fallen angel. He was created by God. Only God fully controls nature, and the devil is credited with having preternatural powers. What does that mean? It means that he is like a good scientist. He knows how to manipulate nature rather than transcend the laws of nature.
So it's technology rather than magic.
In his case, yes. Yeah, and there's a Spanish proverb that says the devil is so smart because he's so old. He's been around for so long that he knows how things work. And he can manipulate things, and actually he's very good at fooling people into thinking that what he's doing is divine.
This is for entertainment purposes only, of course. But I think I've actually caught Project Blue Beam in action here. Or something else, but these orbs that everybody was seeing, they project images down to us, what we see. So that if you've seen the videos of them spraying the stuff, they spray the stuff and then the orb projects the image to make it look like an airplane or whatever they want, to make birds look like birds. But I think I'm the first one who has caught this, and I hope everybody passes this around and lets everybody see what's
You guys
going
know
on.
about Project
But once
Blue Beam?
again, for entertainment
Blue
purposes
Beam?
only, this is only, imaginary. I have a lot of other great videos too I'm going to try to get out there. But this truly is super interesting. Stay safe, everyone.
Motorcycle doing that?
Out here in Merida on one of these roofs with the water tank. Good view. It's like the world is closed in. It's like you can only see so far. What's up with that?
So I said, if E equals mc squared, then E divided by c squared equals m. Saying that if energy is fast matter, then all matter is slow energy. When we see things, when we perceive our environment, our eyes are slowing down energy, and I'm allowed to see it as matter. So that process of energy being slowed down by c squared, my theory says that it's happening in the mind. Our brain is a particle decelerator. So scientists use particle accelerators all of the time, speed up particles to emulate the beginning of the universe, smash atoms together. So I said, no, our brains are particle decelerators. We take all of this energy that's happening in rapid succession and we slow it down so that it makes sense that we have an interface. This reality is an interface with each other. That's essentially what's happening with our eyes. There's a reason I can't hear light, because the speed that ears interpret at is for sound. It's at Mach 1 to, our range of sound. It's not fast enough to perceive light.
Currently in a tent on a ridge, and the black flies have come out. I don't know if you can hear them. It sounds a little bit like rain hitting the tent. But every time I go out there, they are looking for a chink in the armor. They're looking to crawl up your pant legs. They're looking to crawl up under your shirt and just chew your stomach into a bloody mess. They're looking to crawl behind your ears. Nasty little buggers. And they're tanks too. You hit them and they kind of ignore you and they shake it off and they keep going. So,
damn.
Hoping for a better day of more favorable winds tomorrow to make up for some time. I don't know how I'm going to keep everything on schedule if this lake keeps on throwing headwinds and headwinds and headwinds at me.
Opened a center in Silicon Valley back in 2017. And the woman who runs it, she's an ex-Facebook executive. I have software engineers and data scientists working at ADL. We're monitoring all this stuff, and we're working with all the platforms, by the way, Google and YouTube and Meta and Twitter and Reddit and Steam and Amazon, all these companies. From like Apple to Zoom, we work with all of them, okay? That's relevant because we've been working with Twitter now since it was founded. We worked with the old regime, working with the new regime. Like I'm talking to Elon.
How was that
trying to
about?
work with them.